Matapos ang isang gawain, ang isang ministry ng Panginoong Hesus at ng kanyang mga alagad, humiwalay ang Panginoong Hesus pagkatapos ng kanilang activity. Naunang umalis yung mga disciples gamit ang isang bangka. Medyo nakalayo na sila sa pampang, kaso natigil sa gitna ng laot ng Lake Galilee ang mga alagad kasi malakas ang hangin. Malakas ang mga alon. Matthew 14:25-26. Between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning, Jesus' followers were still on the boat. Jesus came to them. He was walking on water. When they saw him walking on the water, it scared them. "It's a ghost," they said, screaming in fear. So sumunod ang Panginoong Hesus sa mga alagad na at that moment nakastuck sa gitna ng laot. And remember, malakas ang hangin. Malakas ang mga alon. And nagulat syempre yung mga alagad. At hindi naman katakataka kung bakit. Kasi, di ba, between 3 and 6 a.m., sino ba naman na naglalakad sa madaling araw, between alas 3 ng madaling araw at alas 6? At mabuti sana kung sa sidewalk naglalakad. Di ba, yung sa sidewalk nga lang naglalakad, medyo kakabahan ka ng ganong oras. Pero ito, naglalakad na siya na madaling araw sa ibabaw ng tubig. Sino ba naman ang hindi titibok ang puso ng mabilis nang makita mo yun? So, natural lang na magulat naman yung mga alagad. What happened next? Matthew 14:27. But Jesus quickly spoke to them, and he said, "Don't worry, it's me. It's me. Do not be afraid." And Jesus was like, at this moment, Jesus was like, very Jesus. Pag nakikita mo si Jesus, laging ang entrada niya, ang kanyang opening ay, huwag kayong matakot. Now, that should have been the end of the story. Kasi di ba dapat ending na, nagpakilala na na tapos na yung kwento. Pero hindi doon nagtapos ang mga eksena na yon. Matthew 14:28. Peter said, "Lord, if it is really you, tell me to come to you on the water." Itong Peter, one of the disciples, sabi niya, "Lord, kung kayo nga iyan, pwede bang maki-experience ng ginagawa ninyo?" Hindi tumigil si Peter sa point na alam na niya na si Jesus yung naglalakad. Ginusto ni Peter na maging kabahagi siya ng nagaganap na himala. Ginusto ni Peter. At kunwari, hindi nyo alam yung ending ng kwento. For you na alam nyo na yung kwento. Kunwari, hindi nyo alam yung ending ng kwento. Sa tingin nyo, anong magiging sagot ni Jesus kay Peter? Base sa pagkakakilala nyo sa kanya. He will say yes. And true enough, Matthew 14:29, Jesus said, "Come, Peter. Come. Want to experience this? Come." Then Peter left the boat and walked on the water with Jesus. Gusto mo? Halika, sabi ni Jesus. Matthew 14:30-31, what happened next? But while Peter was walking on the water, he saw the wind and the waves. At talaga namang malakas yung alon at hangin, right? At that moment. Peter was afraid and began sinking into the water. He shouted, "Lord, save me." Then Jesus caught Peter with his hand and said, "Your faith is small. Why did you doubt?" People would think, yung mga nakarinig na ng kwento na ito, people would think, ayan, lumubog si Peter kasi tumingin siya sa mga hangin, sa mga alon. People would think sa mga maaring dahil sa mga unang turo, mga narinig na, nagpadala kasi si Peter sa takot. Di ba dapat huwag kang matatakot pagkasama mo si Lord? Ganun ang maaaring isipin. At madalas isipin, people will think and say na, dapat kasi tumingin lang siya kay Lord. Di ba ganun? Pero, mga kasama, mga kaibigan, teka lang. Pag-isipan pa natin. Oo, ganun yung nangyari kay Peter, but I think we are missing a very important point. Peter dared to ask Jesus. Peter got out of the boat. Peter actually walked on water. Kahit pa ilang hakbang lang yun, Sa lahat ng disciple, siya lang yung nangahas na lumabas sa bangka sa gitna ng malalakas na alon at tubig at hangin. Siya lang yung nangahas at nakalakad siya kahit pa ilang hakbang lang bago siya lumubog. Sino naman sa mga 12 disciples ang makakapag-claim na try niyo yun? Siya lang. We're missing that important point. Peter trusted Jesus to welcome and encourage him to experience God's power. At yan, mga kasama, yan yung kailangan pa nating talakayin at pag-usapan. Kailangan pa nating pag-isipan yan. Let's reflect further and discuss for the courage to reach our goals. Para magkaroon pa tayo ng lakas ng loob to reach our goals. For the joy and adventure of living a full life. Yan ang ating talakayan ngayong umaga sa ating reflection, Walked on Water. Peter's experience, yung experience na yan ni Peter, is actually an invitation for all of us. We are called not just to learn about God's power, but also to experience it firsthand. Iba kasi yung alam mo na powerful si Lord. Iba yung alam mo yon. Yes? Pero iba rin yung nararanasan mo yon. Marami na tayong turo, marami ng mga preaching, marami ng usapin about God's power. Marami na yan eh. At marami ng mga nakapost dyan, pwede mong pakinggan ulit-ulitin. Pero ang tanong talaga, ikaw, naranasan mo ba? Na-experience mo ba yung power na yun? Matthew 17:20, sabi ng Panginoong Jesus, I tell you the truth, if you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing would be impossible. To experience God's power is to realize that nothing is impossible. Maaaring hindi naman tayo lalakad talaga dyan sa Manila Bay. Wala naman tayong ganong exercise na gagawin. Wala naman tayong iuusog na bundok. Wala naman talagang ganon literally. Pero I'm sure, mga kaibigan, lahat tayo may mga kinakaharap na hamon sa buhay. All of us, we've all got things we need to work on. It can be a relationship that needs mending. It can be a business. It can be work, a career, or a job that you're trying to grow to make more money. Yan, mountain yun eh. Yun, sea that you need to cross. Or maybe there's a family. There's a relationship inside the family that needs healing. It needs healing, it needs care. Or maybe sometimes, baka tayo lang yun. Sometimes it could be just us when we're feeling stuck, when we feel like we're not growing the way we hope. Lahat tayo, merong mga ganong balakid at hamon sa buhay. We've all got our own seas to cross. We've all have our mountains to move. Lahat tayo meron yan. And it's easy to ask God. It's easy to ask God na, Lord, pa-rescue. Lord, pasaklolo. But what if? What if God is actually waiting for us to get out of the boat? Naisip niyo yun? Ang daling magpasaklolo sa dami ng ating mga ina-address sa buhay. Lord, tulungan niyo naman ako, saklolo, magpadala kayo ng himala, whatever. Pero what if, pag-isipan niyo, yung himala na hinahanap natin, tayo rin pala yun. Na ang kailangan natin ay lakasan ng loob, magpakatibay, at bibigyan nga tayo ng lakas ng Panginoon. Yun pala yung himala na kailangan. Kaya nga sabi, ang himala ay nasa puso lamang. Kasi posible nga siya na ganun. What if hindi pala rescue ang kailangan? But instead, we, all of us, are being called to gather our strength, take a deep breath, and get out of the boat. Yun pala ang kailangan. What if? We have to realize that we have the strength of the Most High God. And God gave us strength and authority. Lahat tayo binigyan ng lakas ng Panginoon. Ang lakas, ang kapangyarihan ng Panginoon ay nasa isa't isa. Sabi ko nga, yung himala actually nandiyan na sa loob natin. Kailangan lang ma-activate ng husto. Mula't mula, gano'n na talaga ang design ng Diyos. Genesis 1:28, sa simula, Ang bilin niya sa unang mga tao, fill the earth with people and bring it under your control. You see the directive? Bring it under your control. Ibig sabihin may power, may authority. Rule, sabi pa niya, rule over the fish in the ocean, the birds in the sky, and every animal on the earth. Nakita niyo yung instruction ng Diyos? Take over, control, use your authority, use your power. Binigay ko na sa inyo yon. Binigay sa ating lahat yon. To be in control, to be in authority, to exercise strength and power. God's strength is inside us. And this strength inside us, it leads us to grow and to develop further, to be stronger. Hindi naman nawawala ang challenges sa buhay. Pansin nyo, after 10 years, after 20 years of following the Lord, growing and everything, hindi naman siya nawawala eh. Alam nyo ang totoo, kahit nandyan pa yung mga challenge at hindi naman siya nawawala, ang totoo, nagiging matatag lang tayo. Tumitibay tayo over the years. Nagiging malakas lang tayo bilang tao, kaya marunong na magdala. Kaya akala nyo yung mga katabi nyo, yung mga kasama nyo, walang mga pasan-pasan yan. Lahat ng tao may pasan. Magaling lang siya magdala. Stronger na kasi siya magdala. Wiser na siya magdala. Diba? Hindi na bumabagsak ang kilay niya at nawawala yung pilik mata pag may problema. Wala nang ganun kasi nga nasasanay na eh. Hindi na aalis yung composure. Yun lang naman na nagpapaiba-iba sa mga tao. Merong mga tao pag may challenges, wala yung composure. Pero merong mga tao na sa pagtagal, sa pag-mature, tumitibay, lumalakas. Pero again, hindi nawawala yung problema. Nagiging mas malakas lang tayo. Sometimes, the way through bigger problems is to become stronger. Be stronger, be wiser, be better, para kahit anong dumating, mas matatag, mas malakas, magpakatibay. And you know, there's a science behind this. There's a science behind this. Sa larangan ng psychology and kinesiology. You know, kinesiology is the science of human mechanics, human movements. Meron silang tinatawag na Yerkes-Dodson law. Napatunayan at naobserbahan na nila to. Ayon sa psychology at kinesiology, performance increases as challenge increases. And performance decreases as challenge decreases. Sabi nung kanilang pag-aaral na yon, hindi lang nila naisip, tinest na nila sa maraming paraan. Habang binibigyan mo daw ng challenge yung tao, mas tumataas yung performance niya. And kaya siya sa field of kinesiology, kasi nga dito tinesting nila yung strength, yung speed ng tao. Pagka binibigyan mo siya ng target na mag-bench press ka dyan, halimbawa ng 50 pounds, kaya. Dagdagan mo pa ng 100 pounds, kaya ulit. So habang tumataas yung challenge, tumataas din yung lakas ng tao. At ganun din naman, pagka binababaan mo yung challenge, lumiliit yung capacity niya. On the other hand, meron ding science na nagsasabi about atrophy. Ano daw yung atrophy? Atrophy, or physiologic or muscle atrophy, is the wasting, the thinning, or the loss of muscles. Because, bakit daw lumiliit, nawawala ang mga muscle, nawawalan siya ng saysay? Because the muscles are not used enough. This type of atrophy can be often reversed by exercise and better nutrition. In other words, yung muscle daw na hindi ginagamit, lumiliit. So pagka hindi ginagamit ang parte ng katawan, lumiliit. O mga men, wag magbungis-ngisan na naman ha. Baka kung ano yung hindi nagagamit na lumiliit. Basta isipin nyo na lang yun. Pwede rin naman kasing brain yung lumiliit, di ba? Kasi pag di ginagamit. Basta any part of the body na pag di nyo ginagamit, hindi napapakinabangan, it's not used enough. It is not being used with enough challenge. Kailangan may challenge para mag-increase, right? Yun ang sabi ng science. Pag hindi nangyayari yun, nawawala ng gamit, lumiliit, it wastes away. That is atrophy. Kaya nga, minsan, hindi himala ang solusyon. Ang kailangan, magpakalakas tayo. Tibayan ng loob, lakasan ng loob. Like Peter, get off the boat. John 11:40, sabi ni Jesus sa isang kausap niya minsan, Jesus said, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" Di ba sinabi ko naman sa'yo, sabi ni Jesus, pagka naniwala ka, pag in-exercise mo yung faith mo, pagka yan ay in-increase mo yung performance mo in terms of faith, you will see the glory of God. Baka kailangan nga na pag-isipan talaga bilang hamon ng bawat isa. Huwag hanap ng himala. Yung himala, kayo rin yun. Yung himala, tayo rin yun. Kailangan tumindig, magpakalakas, magpakatibay. Be courageous to know more about Jesus, to know more about God's purpose. Review, reassess what you already know. Step out of your comfort zone. Kasi nga, sabi na nung science kanina, kung paulit-ulit lang at wala ng challenge, di ba? Walang nangyayari, hindi nag-i-improve ang performance. And there's a possibility na liliit yung capacity. Leaving your comfort zone doesn't mean to be reckless. It doesn't mean being reckless. Yung parang, wala nang plano kung ano man, basta out of the comfort zone, adventure. Hindi ganun. Actually, when you are leaving your comfort zone, mas careful ka nga. Kasi nga, di ba, gusto mo ng growth. So mas careful ka actually when you're leaving your comfort zone. Kung meron kayong gustong explore, kung meron kayong mga gustong subukan, new talent, new career, new line of work, a new business, a new ministry, gawin nyo na ngayon na. Kasi ang hamon nga, kung hindi ngayon, kailan pa? Kung meron kayong nasa puso at nasa isip, gawin nyo na. Because you know what? We can trust God to lift us up even when we fail. Si Peter, nangahas, lumabas ng bangka, naglakad. Oo, lumubog. But Peter counted on Jesus to catch him. Siguro isa yun sa nagpalakas ng loob ni Peter. Kaya nga siya lumabas ng bangka. Kasi alam niya, deep inside him, sasaluhin naman ako ni Jesus. At least nagtry ako. Peter trusted Jesus would be kind even if he fails. Ito, pag-isipan nyo, sa tingin nyo magagalit ang Diyos kung mabigo kayo dahil lang gusto nyong mag-grow? Ikaw, ang hilig-hilig mo kasi mag-grow. So tingin nyo magagalit ng ganun si Lord sa atin? Of course not. Mas i-encourage pa nga niya na good work for trying. O try again. Di ba mas characteristic ng Diyos yun? Remember, challenges are opportunities to witness God's faithfulness. Let me say that again. Challenges are opportunities to witness God's faithfulness. I remember Paul, Apostle Paul. Naririnig natin lagi yung I can do all things through Christ. Naririnig natin yon attributed to Apostle Paul, right? Pero pag binasa niyo yung kabuuan ng statement niya, it goes this way. Philippians 4:12-13. I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Alam niyo yung abased? Baligtarin niyo lang yung abound. When you're abounding, ibig sabihin sagana, ibig sabihin when you're abased, salat, kulang, lacking, right? So I know how to be abased or lacking. I also know how to abound, to be in abundance. Everywhere and in all things I have learned both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Sa tingin nyo, yung statement niya na to ay padrama effect. No? Alam ko naman kung paano maghirap. Alam ko naman kung paano magkabaon-baon sa pangangailangan. Kaya I can do all things through Christ. No, this is not the tone of this statement. Hindi ganyan yung tono niya. Actually, mas malakas nga yung loob niya na sabihin, I can do all things through Christ kasi ang dami na niyang naranasan. Para kay Paul, every problem, every trouble, every need is an opportunity to see God's goodness. Kaya yun yung sinasabi niya dyan na, ay, alam ko na yan kung paano mga ilangan, dumaan na ako dyan. Alam ko na yung magkakulang-kulang ka. Alam ko rin kung paano yung sobrang sagana ka naman. Kaya lahat ng yan, baliwala na. Matibay na loob ko dyan. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Ganun ang tono ni Paul dyan. Hindi pa drama effect. Every need, every problem, every trouble in life or challenges in life, it's an opportunity to see God's goodness. That's the mentality. That's the attitude. Kaya, mga kaibigan, huwag masyadong pabebe. Crying mode lagi. Huwag masyadong pabebe. Hindi pala laging rescue ang kailangan. Instead, as I have said later, ang kailangan pala hindi rescue. Ang kailangan mo, gather your strength, hingang malalim, tumayo, and then get out of the boat. Ephesians 6:10, let the mighty strength of the Lord make you strong. What will make you strong? The mighty strength of the Lord. So siya rin na magpapalakas sa atin. Pero kailangan yun i-activate. Kailangan gamitin yun. Buhayin ang tapang para hanapin ang mas magandang bukas. I guarantee you, good days are ahead of us. Pero kailangan buo ang loob at matapang tayo para hanapin yun. Claim and take hold of God's promises. See and experience great and mighty things. So, who would you be in the story? Sino ka ngayon sa kwento? Sino ka ngayon sa kwento? Yung nagpaiwan sa bangka? Or would you dare to get out of the boat? Psalm 60 verse 12, with God's help, we will do mighty things. With God's help, we will do mighty things. Imagine that. Ano kaya yung gagawin nyo? Ano kaya ang gagawin nyo? Bawat isa sa inyo na great and mighty things in the strength of the Lord. I'm excited. I'm excited. And may the Lord bless you with more strength. Go and explore, mga kapatid. Experience the strength of God. In Jesus' name.